As you may know, I absolutely adore Free League and what they've been doing with, well, pretty much every single one of their games. And Blade Runner is one of my favorite. They've been very kind to send me Fiery Angels, which I did an unboxing video a little while ago. Now that I have read it, is this adventure going to be worth the amount of money that you have to pay to get your hands on it? Welcome to the GMS Magazine RPG review videos. Fiery Angel is case file 2, because in the starter set of the Blade Runner role-playing games, the case file 1. That is an adventure that I enjoyed immensely because it really managed to get the existential dread of being a replicant and living in the world of Blade Runner incredibly well. Furthermore, it felt like a very complete adventure with absolutely everything you needed, even if it was just in brackets, the starter set without the core rulebook. This Fiery Angels 2 really repeats the experience. Let's take a very quick look inside. I have already done, let me pull that like so. I've already done the unboxing of this, so you could already have a good idea as to what this box comes with. But apart from the ubiquitous Free League catalog, we get a deck of cards with all the mugshots of the NPCs, the relevant NPCs that are going to be here, and this dossier that comes with loads and loads of information that I don't want to show a lot of, because I really don't want to give any spoilers. Okay, but for instance, this is one I can show pretty safely, just to give you an idea of the quality of the components. This is a newspaper that you can use to get some clues as to where to go next, what to do, what's happening within the world of Blade Runner. And it ties up very nicely with the event of the case file 1. So it really helps bring the whole thing together, because this is meant to be a continuation. For this adventure, our characters are going to be called to investigate an assault on the Wallace Corporation, where somebody tried to get into a restricted area, somebody without permission, getting into a restricted area and stealing a memory sphere. There is an arrest, there's going to be an interrogation, and things are going to take off from there. The book is so well written, so well written. Something I like that they have included in this book also is the adventure flow, which I'm going to show you very briefly. Here it is. So you will always know where you can go and what is the flow of the adventure. Yes, spoiler alerts, please be careful with what you actually see, and if you don't want spoilers, just listen to the video and don't watch, and I promise I will do my best to not make any spoilers whatsoever. So you have a flow, so you're always going to be able to know where you could go. If you go to this place, where could you go after that? Where is it that you're going to find? What kind of clues you're going to find? Which is excellent, because it means that you are never stuck. Something else that this adventure is making an emphasis on is on the shifts. This game is kind of organized in shifts. Each day is going to have 4 different shifts. If you are a replicant, you must rest at least 1 shift. And if you're a human, you also must rest, but for different reasons. Replicants will get closer to humanity. They will be getting stress points. Human will get tired and will also get stress points and make mistakes, that sort of thing. But also, it is very important because during those rest times when you're doing basically nothing, you work 3 out of 4 shifts, things are going to happen. There's a countdown, which I like. This is something that I've seen in Vysen, and I also like an awful lot, you know. Well, if this time happens, this event happen off camera, or in this case, on camera, because you could be facing in these events without even realizing. And that I absolutely love, really, really love. I have to warn you that this adventure comes with a massive emotional load, so to speak. The events are going to be brutal, they're going to be ruthless, and they're going to challenge how the player character feels to what they're going to find. This is something that Case File 1 did incredibly well. So much so that one of my friends, one of the player characters, decided to give up being a Blade Runner and joining the Resistance and leaving planet Earth. Things like that could happen here. It is worth that you have played the initial adventure, but it's not necessary, it's not compulsory, but it does help an awful lot. So I would recommend it, not just because it's a wonderful adventure, but because it will help with this one as well. The handouts are spot on. You're going to have to make a little bit more of an effort. They have concealed the clues within photographs a little bit better than in Case File 1. But you can still look at the images and say, wait a second, what's that? And that will be a relevant clue that you can then follow up. And if you don't see those clues, you can do a manipulation or a spot roll or whatever it is that you need to do at any given time, and you can see that. So again, no bottlenecks anywhere. Everything is very well explained as to, you know, if you roll manipulation here, if you roll contacts in here, if you're rolling so-and-so in there. But at the end of the day, Blade Runner is a low roll game. So you shouldn't need to roll an awful lot and rather reward role playing because it really fits with the science fiction noir genre of Blade Runner. I have loved reading this adventure because of how it develops. I love the crescendo of tension of the events that are taking place throughout. And I love how the whole thing ends in this massive finale, which is beautiful, really, really beautiful. I love how you can reach that finale in different ways, with some people getting into trouble, some people perhaps not getting into trouble. And I am not going to say what it is, but there is a massive surprise for one of the player characters. Huge, huge surprise. Just that, just to see my friend's face, made it worth playing this adventure. So do yourself a favor, and if you haven't bought the Blade Runner starter set yet, please do, and then get this, because big, massive wow. Let me know what you think though. I would love to hear your feedback on this adventure, how it played for you and how your player characters and your friends run with it. But I'm so thrilled. I am so happy I made the effort to read and play this because it's just amazing, really amazing. Thank you very much indeed, as always, for being there. And until the next time, please leave me your comments, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.